you know, you've got this story. A lot of people think just Jesus comes back and he just sort of snaps his fingers and just, you know, a rainbow wave sweeps the earth and everything's renewed and restored. The scriptures say he comes back with a sword, not a magic wand. You know, and I mean, you look at
you're right. You're right.
You look at you know, Revelation 19. He comes back. He bursts forth from heaven. He's soaked in blood. Now, that's actually not the return of Jesus. Jesus has already returned. I don't fully understand. Is this picture? He's on a white horse. Whose blood is it? And most Christians will say, well, it's his blood or it's the blood of the martyrs. No, Isaiah 63 is the passage of which Revelation 19 is built upon. And it says, Isaiah's in Jerusalem looking out toward Edom, which is down in southwest Jordan, northwest Saudi Arabia. Who is this robed in splendor coming up out of Arabia, out of the desert, out of Edom, out of Basra? And why are your robes soaked in blood? And it's Yeshua, and he responds and he said, it is I, speaking in righteousness, mighty to save. And he said, I have soaked my robes and I have crushed my enemies. Their lifeblood splattered all my garments. Yeshua comes back to crush the enemies of his people, because as you said, you know, he says, can a woman forget her child? And then he goes, see, no, the Lord goes, are you kidding me? The God of Israel could forget Israel. He goes, it's an absurdity. See, I have inscribed you on the palm of my hands. Your walls are ever before me. Half the church today says, no, God has forsaken Israel. God says, nonsense. Paul says, far be it, you know, far be it from God that may it never be. The church needs to wake up and realize that we are the branches, that he is the root, and we have been grafted into this olive tree, that we are not the source, we are not the foundation of this thing. We, by the grace and mercy of God, have been brought in. We need to have discernment in terms of what the prophets declare is coming, because we don't want to be, you know, when Jesus, it says in Joel 2, he goes, oh, all you regions of Philistia, talking about Gaza, Ekron, all that, and you in Tyre, that's northern Lebanon, basically saying Hamas, Hezbollah. He says, what have you against me? You've divided up my land. He goes, if you think you're going to pay me back for something I've done, I will swiftly and speedily pour it all back on your own head. The Lord takes a very political position. He comes back to defend Israel against the terrorist, hateful, those that harbor the eternal, everlasting hatred in their hearts, as opposed to his everlasting covenant. And God forbid that as a Christian who names the name of Jesus, of Yeshua, that we would be on the wrong side of that battle when he comes back.
Yeah, that would be a very bad place to be in.